People have a lot of fears in regards to their business because they feel like AI is going to replace everything. AI is going to take over their business. They're going to be out of a job and they hate it. So they think that, okay, I'm just going to go and start an AI business because since AI businesses are AI proof, I will be out of a job. But the truth is, AI can replace everything. Even if you go and start an AI company, AI can go replace your AI company. People don't really think about that, but it's true because what can AI take over? Well, AI can take over basically everything in your business. You want to go create some content? Well, AI can do that. You need to go write some copy? AI can do that. You want to book some appointments through Instagram? AI can do that. AI can basically do everything at this point. And we don't even have the most advanced version of AI. We have like this, we're still like, we're really far from actually having AI that can completely take over your business. But we're in a position now where like it's possible for it to happen like the next 5 years, 6 years. People get scared. Well, if you actually want to AI proof your business, there is only one way for you to do so, and that's to create a personal brand. I want to give you an example. Here is Ben Francis. A lot of people don't even know who this dude is, but this is the CEO of Gymshark. He has one of the biggest athletic wear companies in the world. I think Gymshark's the biggest on Shopify right now, if I'm not mistaken. But Ben Francis, he has one of the biggest e-commerce stores, and nobody knows him, which I guess is also a blessing because you don't want to be harassed in public by everyone you meet. But imagine how much bigger his brand would be if he created a personal brand. And what exactly is a personal brand? Well, that's storytelling. What are the stories you tell? What is the personality you have? Are you a robot? Are you ChatGPT in disguise and you have no personality? Are you vulnerable? Are you telling people about your losses, not just your wins? Everyone thinks, well, if I tell them about all the wins I have in my business, people will like me more. No, because it's actually the losses that people like more. People want to hear how you went broke 3 times before actually becoming successful. People want to hear how you used to work at McDonald's making $10 an hour and you hated your life and you figured, okay, I need to do something about this. People want to hear about that because it gives them a sense of connection, human connection, something that we are lacking. I'm my generation, Gen Z generation. We love human connection as much as people want to say, well, we're antisocial. No, it's because we grew up in an environment where we're disconnected because we grew up in a world where the world is shifting to the digital world and we're like, why is everyone moving online? Why can't we just connect with people? So human connection is valuable. It's going to be even more valuable once we become more reliant on AI. Relatability, no one wants to talk to somebody they can't relate to. Authenticity, no one wants to talk to you if you're being fake. And so I'll give you some examples of personal brands. All these people, you might think, well, they're only popular because they're famous. No, these people, all these people would be more broke than they are had they not created a personal brand, had they not done any of these. Like, look at LeBron, for example. LeBron's story of just his rags to riches story, basically becoming this kid from Ohio and becoming the best in the NBA. People like LeBron, not because he's LeBron. He could be, worse than who should we say? John Morant, right? He could be John Morant's level. People will still like him because of the brand he's built. He's built such an amazing brand behind his name that even people associated to his name, like his kid, people praise his kid, even though his kid is like one of the worst players in the NBA right now, just because he's attached to his brand. Taylor Swift, for example, too. Like, people don't like Taylor Swift because of her music. Oh, they do, obviously, but people like her because she is Taylor Swift. How can an AI replace her? You know, Whatever it is, AI could create music that sounds like Taylor Swift, that talks like Taylor Swift, but it won't be Taylor Swift. Same thing with Drake regarding who he is as a person. We've heard there's been like AI Drake music and stuff, but it's like it's not the same because he's just rapping about some generic stuff. I mean, Drake is also pretty generic too, but it's like, how is AI going to replace him? How is AI going to replace any of these people? Because you know all these people because of their stories, because of their background, because of their vulnerability, and it makes you relate to them. How can you relate to a robot, right? People say, "Oh well, I don't want to start a personal brand. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a YouTuber." Blah blah blah. Who said you're gonna be famous? You haven't even tried. You haven't even put any work into your business. You haven't even tried building a personal brand, and you're scared of becoming famous. You don't just accidentally become famous. Do you think these people accidentally became famous? Do you think David Goggins said, "I'm gonna become famous on accident by telling my story"? No, he told his story. He told about all the struggles he'd gone through as a kid and how it's created this iron discipline in himself. People resonated with that, and they bought his story. They bought his books because of it. Whether or not that was his goal, that's basically the sauce that he followed. Same thing with E-Man. Tate, people hate on Tate because of the kind of person he is. His personality, his storytelling, his relatability and authenticity is the reason why he is so popular nowadays. And all of it was planned. A lot of people might say that, oh, well, he just did it on accident, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't just become this successful in your business on accident. And then the fact where people say, well, I don't want to be a YouTuber. You're not being a YouTuber or an Instagrammer or an influencer for the sake of being an influencer. You're being it so you can build your personal brand, so that you can AI proof your business. Because all these people, AI can replace their jobs right now. They can basically outsource everything to AI, but they're not going to be replaced by AI because they have such a strong personal brand. And we'll go over some business examples. Here's Tai Lopez, basically the forefather of SMMA, right? He's the reason why everyone started running SMA agencies, including him, right? Which I think it's so fascinating. But without his personal brand, like everyone's seen this ad 10 years ago of him in his garage talking about his Lamborghini. That is him building his personal brand, because people, we go back to the the personal brand, his storytelling, his story of growing up in a mobile home with $47 in his bank account is the reason why people related to him. That's why they had a human connection to him, because he is just being authentic and vulnerable. And his personality, people realize, wait, he's not just some materialistic dude who cares about a Lamborghini. He cares more about the knowledge that he gains after it, right? And because of that, because of the brand he's built behind all of that, people will trust him. He doesn't have to compete on price like every other marketing agency, because when you don't have that personal brand, anyone can run a marketing agency and anyone can charge whatever they want. So if there are two identical marketing agencies without a personal brand, one is charging $2,000 a month, the other is charging $2,500 a month. Why would anyone choose the cheaper? Why would anyone choose the more expensive option if they're exactly the same? You don't stand out at all. And it makes it hard to justify charging higher prices because of it. And so when people feel more connected to you, they will pay more to you. Their loyalty increases, so your churn rate decreases as well. And because you have that personal branding, people just feel like you are an authority and they will listen to you, rather than you not posting any content on running a marketing agency, you not talking about, anything, the ins and outs. You have no authority, nobody cares about you. Why should they buy from you, right? We could look at e-commerce too, or like services that goes for like coaching services. These aren't personal brands, these are just regular brands, but the stories, the concept still applies to them. Your branding has a mission. People don't buy Nike for the sake of buying Nike, because we'll look at Michael Jordan, right? Nike attached themselves to Jordan and became one of the biggest brands in the world. People buy Jordans because they want to be like Mike. They want to ball like Mike. They want to be a great basketball player like Michael Jordan. They aren't buying Nike for the sake of buying Nike. They want to be like Mike. And then here's the thing too: his Jordans, Michael Jordan's shoes are terrible for basketball. Even though like there's so much hype around it, there's so everyone loves it. They're more of a it's more of a cultural shoe at this point. But Jordans suck at basketball. Like everyone who plays basketball knows that. Like they're decent, but there's so many other options you can choose from that are better than Jordan. But people associate Jordans with Nike, and they know Nike's what Nike stands for, and so people will buy his shoe. That's kind of how the Nike started taking off too. Because imagine Nike started selling products without the backstory. You take out Jordan from the equation. This is just an ordinary shoe company, an ordinary apparel company. What makes them any different from going to H&M or Zara or going to like Adidas to buy shoes or buying clothes? They are no different from anyone else. But because they have that branding behind them, people want to associate with them. People want to buy into their stories. You know, we could talk about margins too. Your margins are lower because you don't have to spend as much to acquire new customers, and people stay loyal to them once they have brand affinity. I know me personally, I don't buy any other apparel from other than Nike. I don't go to Adidas for running shoes. I don't go to Adidas or Puma to buy sweatpants or anything. I just go straight to Nike because I don't know, bro. I just love Nike. I've grown up with Nike all my life. But that's besides the point. Brand identity becomes unique. You cannot create another Nike. You can never create another Nike because you're just not going to be successful. You can never create another Drake. You can never create another Ronaldo. You can never create another Hormozy. You can try, but you don't have the stories they have. You don't have the authenticity and the relatability they have, the human connection they have. Unless you can create an AI robot where you could download somebody's entire personalities with Elon Musk's nanochips, then your personal brand will stay here forever and no one can replace it. So those are my 2 cents. If you want to learn more about personal brand, check out my free community. I've linked it in the description, and we can talk there. So I'll see you soon.